Look at this beauty. The most important part is I was so excited to be invited. Just put yourself out there. No one's gonna come to your home and ask you to sit in first row at this fashion show. Hey my boldies, as you can see, I'm back home. I came home some days ago and I wanted to do like a recap. Now I had some time to reflect on everything and I wanted to give you some lessons I learned and maybe you can take it if you ever want to go to Fashion Week. Also, I want to show you what I got in Milan because I found some really cool thrift stores and some really cool pieces. So I will start with a haul and then give you the lessons. Hey my boldies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. I do fashion curls, lifestyle and travel videos. So if you like that kind of stuff, then you're right here. So first of all, I want to show you these shoes I got. They're from a store called Marco Milano, and these shoes are so gorgeous. They were like 50% off, so I had to snatch them. At first I thought maybe they could look a bit grandma-ish, but they had the same pair that was like square-toed. I thought that looked a bit old style, but I think the pointy toe makes it more fashionable. So these are the shoes. I think this kind of gives me Gucci vibes, like this whole design over here, and the heel gives me Jacquemus vibes for some reason. I think they're the perfect nude heels that have that extra oomph to it and aren't boring at all. I was so excited. They fit perfectly. They were around 200 euros and they were reduced pretty much half price. So I had to snatch these up. They're also made out of leather, so it's really high quality. I mean, if you're in Italy, in Milan, you have to get shoes or bags because the leather is really good. And the craftsmanship, so I wore these already when at the last day, I think, in Milan. They fit to so many outfits. They're not too high, like the heel is perfect. They look so classy, but as I said, they're not boring, and I'm not for boring shoes or accessories at all. Our hotel was located, or Airbnb better said, was located in Chinatown or near Chinatown, so I also popped in some of the shops there. Found this really cool blazer in one of those shops. It has like a lot of different colors on it and really nice gold buttons. It looks really elegant. It's so colorful, so perfect for me. Not too dressy or too elegant. I think I can style this in so many different ways, in an also very casual way. It gives me Chanel vibes. I also love the sleeves with the gold buttons as well. I like the colors because you can wear this with so many things. Also just with plain jeans, this will like elevate the whole look. In the same store I got some earrings as well. Just some gold hoops, but they have this huge pearl in the middle and I think they look so chic. I had to get this. I'm always on a hunt for cool earrings, statement earrings, because that just elevates and makes your whole outfit stand out, even if you just wear a casual look. And then I also got this mini hoops with this red pearl, and I think this looks so elegant and is perfect for fall. It is in a burgundy color. So, and the cool thing about these earrings is you can also just open it up and leave the pearl out, and so you just have this really sweet hoop. So it's 2-in-1 actually. And then in another shop in Chinatown I just got some small bracelets in different colors. I think these just, I would stack them with some gold jewelry and then it just gives like a pop of color to any outfit and makes the stack more interesting. Another cute thing I got over there is this cute rabbit. They had it in every color literally. This was the last one in this beautiful purple color, so I had to get it. Purple is one of my most favorite colors, so it's just so cute and perfect for like the fall winter season. Just hang it on my bags and it will be a nice pop of color, but also nice detail. I think it's super cute with these ears, and you can't even see the eyes, but it has eyes and a nose. The eyes over here, can't really see it, but I think it's super the cute accessories, and I'm just obsessed with bag charms at the moment, so I had to get this. Since we're at jewelry, I also want to show you these earrings that I got. These I got at a vintage shop called My Vintage Attire. They said they also have an online shop, so I will link it down below. These are in a stainless steel, so they're really practical, they won't tarnish, and I just love this 80s vibe to earrings and jewelry at the moment, so I had to snatch this up. These really remind me of the earrings my mom wore, or the jewelry collection she has. She has a lot of these kind of earrings, so I wanted to get this kind of style of earrings. I also think it really fits to me. Gold is just so my thing. And then at the same shop I also got these Jacquemus inspired cherry earrings. You just plop it up here and open it up here, and then you can put it through your piercing and close it up. I always wanted these cherry earrings, but they're always kind of sold out and they're pretty expensive, and for such a more like unique piece I was like, okay, maybe I should invest in like a dupe and then I can see if I really want them and then invest in the real thing. But I'm super happy with these and I think they look so cute. Okay, now let me come to the bags. I've been looking at some thrift stores over there and I found like a super small one that was very like Gen Z kind of tailored, very Y2K style, but I found this kind of Bottega dupe bag over there. It was only 15 bucks, so such a steal, and it's pretty well preserved, so I can't see any scratches or anything. You just open it up here. It also has a long strap to it, so I can wear it like over jackets in winter as well, but I can also just put it inside kind of and then just let this piece hang and wear it as a clutch. I think it's such a cool piece, and I also like this light blue color. Fits to so many outfits, to so many seasons, doesn't matter if it's winter or summer. And I love Bottega bags, but honestly they're so pricey, so this has to do. Next bag I got is from a shop called Miranda, and it was like in this main shopping street in Milan near the Duomo. Look at this beauty. This is the Miranda bag. This is the brand, and it has a lot of like rhinestones, green rhinestones all around it, and it is like in a very metallic green. I love the size of it, so it fits quite well in here, but it still like gives the vibe of an evening bag. But you can also wear this daytime because of the size, I think. It's really well made as well, I feel like. All the stitchings and everything seems like it's good quality and will last me a while. It also comes with a long strap to wear over the shoulders. Also with a dust bag to keep it safe, because I think I don't want to lose any rhinestones. And the cool thing is that I found also the cutest bag charm for it. It's just perfect. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god, I need it. Look at it. It's the same bag, the mini bag of it, and then I can just place it over here. How cute is this? I mean, look at it. It's like a baby bag on the bag. So cute. I'm really digging this. So this was like, okay, I need this as well because this makes the whole bag a bit more friendly. And okay, and then lastly, the last thrift store I went to was like a quite big one. It is like a selected thrift store, so you found like a lot of vintage designer pieces over there, and I love to search for cool thrift stores or vintage stores like that in different countries, because you can always find something unique over there, and at a really good price point often, and well maintained. So the bag I found in this really cool thrift store, I'm gonna put some clips in here so you can see how I was trying on a lot, because downstairs they had like huge couches, everything looked like in a luxury boutique kind of, and I made a show. A lot of things didn't fit me, unfortunately, because yeah, designer clothes are always cut really small and tiny, especially like on my hips. A lot of things didn't fit, but I found two really cool pieces. I found this Roberto Cavalli summer dress. It's really gorgeous. It has this cool gold detail over here. It's quite heavy actually, and then it flares out and it has this beautiful yellow green details in the middle. It kind of is like a balloon shape, or I don't know exactly what it is called, but it flares out a bit at the hip. I kind of like it, and I can also imagine wearing this as a top and just sticking the rest of the dress in, and then wearing it as a cool top, like a crop top. I also love it as a dress. I can't wait to wear this like on vacation or in summer in the city with a cool tote bag and wearing it kind of casual. I think this is such a cute, really cool piece that I found. And then I also found this cool bathing suit. It has a lot of rhinestones on top. It's actually a bathing suit, even though it looks like a top. It fit perfectly. This has no shoulder straps, but it comes with it, so if you wanted you could put it on, but I wore it without and it fit perfectly. It also has like a built-in bra inside, so it's really practical. But the reason I got this is because I can not just wear it as a bathing suit, but just also as a top. I think this is just like a perfect evening out, going out top. And it's a bathing suit, so it snatches you in at the right places. I don't have to wear a bra because it's built in. I think this is like a perfect piece that I can style depending on the occasion, and I think it's also perfect for going on vacation because I can literally wear it as a bathing suit or wear it to going to dinner or anything, so I don't have to pack too many things and I have 2 in 1. It's by a brand called Butley Mishka. Yeah, I really love this one. And lastly, I also got a bag. This is by Blue Girl by Blue Marine. It's the perfect clutch. I had a violet clutch that I also wore to Fashion Week, but it kind of broke down and the leather was like fading already, so I was like, I need to replace it, and I found the perfect one. It has a snake print all over, and as we know, snake print is really trending right now as well, but I think this is like a perfect unique piece that will never get out of style. I love the gold details. You can wear it as a clutch, as a wristlet, like so, but also you can just attach it over here and then you can wear it as a shoulder bag. So it's really practical. It has this like clutch style over here, so you can just fit all your valuables, and then you have 2 extra compartments in the front and in the back where you can like wear a slide in my phone, and then I can take it out really easily. I wore this one as well at the last day of Fashion Week. I'll put some pictures on here how I styled it. I set it with a burgundy red outfit. The top is from Zara and the skirt is from Runaway the label, and then I wear the heels that I got in Milan, and then this violet clutch to it. I think violet and red also goes really well. They're analogous colors, they're next to each other on the color wheel. So they fit really well, even though you wouldn't think of that combination. I think it goes quite well, especially for the winter season, when you want to wear more darker colors maybe. But I think this is such a good piece that would just be in my wardrobe forever, because this will never get out of style. I mean, this is such a classic piece in my opinion, and it looks like really well maintained. So I highly recommend you go to this thrift store. I will link it down below. If you're in Milan, definitely check it out. And when it comes to thrift stores, they're always like splattered around cities. Like it's never one after the other, except in Japan. But otherwise you always have to search for them. But I think it's always worth it. Like I always find something really cool and unique, and it will always stay in my memory. Like I got this in Italy, I got this in Japan, I got this there and there. So, and it's not something that everyone will have, so definitely go thrift shopping. And lastly, I just have to show you something. It has nothing to do with fashion, but this is just something I wanted to mention because it's specifically Italian. So I went to this shop called Giuseppe Giusti. It is a balsamic vinegar store, so you only find balsamic vinegars, and oh my god, it's so freaking good. Like I'm a huge fan of balsamic vinegar. I can eat it every day with salad or with mozzarella and tomatoes, and if you're a fan of it too, I definitely suggest you go to the store. You can try so many different ones. They have like a whole collection. I'm more of the sweet person, or sour, or more into like very strong taste. I mean, some of the balsamic vinegar there tasted like alcohol pretty much because they had this woody taste to them. Anyway, I got the red one of their main collection, and I got it in this really cool box that looks like so cool. I think this is the perfect gift if you want to get something for someone from Italy, from Milan. Definitely head to the store. It has such a unique, like this one is more of a sweeter taste. I love it, so definitely check it out. I also got another one that has ginger in it. So it tastes a lot like ginger. It's perfect for like Asian dishes and so on. So if you're searching for a good gift or just for yourself, definitely head to the store. It's in the central of Milan as well. People are super nice in that store. They will let you try everything. They will talk you through the history and everything. So This is just a gift idea for you. Another thing I forgot nearly to show you is I got the Italian Vogue because I wanted to have a memory of the fashion week, so I had to get it. This is even like a 60th anniversary edition, so it's super thick and there's a lot to see in there and a lot of inspiration. I mean, I can't read Italian, but Google Translate will have to help me with it. But I had to get this, and they also had different covers of the same edition, so there were different models. I of course had to get the black model because representation, but I think this is such a cool like memory. Okay guys, now we come to the most important part of this video, is like the lessons I learned and some tips for you that you can maybe incorporate for your first time at Fashion Week. So this was obviously my first time at Fashion Week. I was super excited, also nervous because I had no idea what's gonna be out there and what's gonna happen and if I will be even invited to anything. I didn't have any like big hopes. I just thought this is an experience. I'm just gonna go in and try to have fun and try to get invited, try to get to know people, but I'm not gonna put all my hopes up because you just don't know. And the most important part is before you go on Fashion Week is to get the PR contacts of these brands. So let's say you want to go to the Gucci show, just an example. That's a huge show, so the chance for you to be invited are always low, but who knows, maybe you will. So search the PR contact. Every time there's a Fashion Week, there's a calendar that comes out. For Milan Fashion Week, they had their own Instagram account that you can follow, and then they update. And then there's a website where you can download the calendar of the Fashion Week. So it shows you all the shows, all the presentation, all the events that will be taking place. So that's a quick Google and you will find the calendar. Then you have to search for the PR contact. So who takes care of these brands? And that is the thing that takes longest, I think, because you have to literally Google the brand. Often you don't find it right away. Just type in PR contact Gucci and then try to find the PR agency that takes care of the brand. They have an in-house PR that takes care of the brand, so then it's easier to find the contact. But when you look at the email address, it should be something PR and then the name of the brand. Don't email any customer service or anything that's not PR related because it will go nowhere. And oftentimes if you Google PR contact and the brand, you can find the contact. Sometimes it shows you the LinkedIn of the PR person taking care of the brand. You can write them over there, but I think it's always best to find the agency or the right PR email to send your application to. So the application is kind of an email where you just say, like, talk a bit about yourself, who you are, what you do in this industry. For me, for example, if you're a content creator, I just wrote like what I stand for, which platforms I'm on, why I'm interested in the brand, and most importantly, what the brand gets from you, because obviously they're not going to invite you just to sit there. They want to have press from it. You have to show them what you can give them. So for example, you say you're gonna make a reel, or you're gonna make posts of the show, you're gonna make on Instagram, on TikTok, or you're gonna make a YouTube video, or whatever you do online, you should mention what you can do for the brand. Don't make the email too long as well, just to try and be professional and state what you can do for them and why you're interested in the brand and why you fit to the brand as well. And if you have a media kit, also throw that in. There's so many videos also on YouTube on how to make a media kit. So it's just like states your most important points of who you are and statistics of your social media accounts and so on. And then you just take this email and send it to the brand. And then you gotta wait. Honestly, don't be discouraged if you don't get an answer. I texted quite a lot of brands and I didn't get any answer, and it's okay. But that's the first thing. Prepare all the emails and the contacts to send your application to. And I also recommend you try to get invited to presentations, because that's what I did, and I got invited to 2 different presentations. I was so excited to be invited. It was such a cool experience to like see the clothing close up, and also especially to get to know the designer and the brand, because sometimes you have time to talk with the designer, and that's what I did with Saha. And I had time to talk with her. She could explain the collection, the idea behind it. I could ask her a lot of questions. Like, that was so inspiring to me to know like the background story of her brand, of her, and just being in contact with the person, the maker of the brand, is just such a cool experience. The Casa Preti show was very interesting because that was more like a museum kind of feel, or like an art exhibition. Just a very unique experience. Presentations are really good to getting to know the brand better, getting those connections to the person that has a face, to your online personality. I think that was one of my most favorite parts, are the presentations, not even the runway show. But I was also invited to a runway show, one runway show. It was by Francesca Liberatore. I was so excited to be invited to one runway show. It didn't matter if it was a small brand or not. I was just ecstatic. And I remember we were a bit late, so we had to run to the show, and there was like a huge lineup of people waiting to get in. So there were street style photographers outside, and we took a lot of pictures, and I wore like a really bold extra outfit, just who I am. But there were some photographers taking pictures. Also, what I learned is to just go up to people and talk to them. At first I was really intimidated. The first show I went to was MM6 Maison Margiela, and I was so intimidated by this whole situation because there were people, photographers taking pictures, and I was just so shy kind of, and like felt awkward to go stand in front of them. But towards the end I really got the confidence, and that's something that I want to tell you as well. Try to just be confident and show like I belong here, because then that will also translate to the photographers and the people there. Often photographers will not take pictures of you because they don't know you. Maybe they're paid for a magazine or for a specific celebrity or blogger to take pictures of them. So if a random person comes up, maybe they're just not interested, so don't take that personally. I had so many situations where I would just walk on straight, especially at Gucci. I was just like walking down straight and people would not take pictures, but some would. So don't take it personally. Try to be confident, try to be professional, and you belong there. Like, this is street style is so important for Fashion Week. Without street style, there is like, what is there? There's only the show, but the people make Fashion Week in my opinion. So try to be confident. And I know how difficult it is because I experience how uncomfortable it can be, but just learn from my experience kind of that it doesn't matter. Like, no one knows you there anyway. Just go up, try to get photographed, try to talk to bloggers. That's what I did when I last runway show. When I was invited, I saw a lot of people standing in line, and I literally went up to them. I told them I love the outfit, or how did they make this outfit. I saw this one guy who had like a rose outfit, literally roses all over him, and I asked him like, this is so cool. He said he made it himself with his mom, and I was so impressed. We took pictures together, exchanged information, talked a bit. At some point it feels more natural, and most people are really nice, so don't be scared. Of course there will be some people who are a bit arrogant, but like, who cares? Honestly, who cares? The next person will be super nice. So yeah, we was taking pictures, and I was going to be like the last in line because I was like taking pictures, talking with everyone. So I went to the back, stood in line, and then suddenly there was like this PR person of the brand coming and looking who stands in line, and he literally came up to me and he was like, you come here. I was like, okay, what did I do? And then he chose a couple of the others, and we could like wait inside, and then he said, okay, come with me, and placed us literally in the first row. I was like shook. I was like, what? He picked me, who is like the first time at Fashion Week, has no idea how this even works. It's the first fashion show I ever go to, and you pick me to sit in first row. This is crazy. Like, I was so excited. I remember like just hoping and telling my brother like, I hope I don't have to stand because my feet are hurting, and I wore my new Bottega Veneta shoes. They're really quite high, so I was like, My feet hurt already. I hope I don't have to stand. I can at least sit somewhere in the 5th row. But I literally sat 1st row. And I was so happy and also a bit proud of myself because I just put myself out there. And this is a big lesson for you. Just put yourself out there. No one's gonna come to your home and ask you to sit in 1st row at this fashion show. Like, this is not gonna happen. You have to go to the places. That's what I learned. You have to, if you live like in a smaller town or in a not so fashion city, you have to go to the fashion cities to be seen. You have to meet those people to be seen. Yeah, I enjoyed the show from the 1st row. I was so humbled. I hope I'll never be arrogant, or I was just so humbled and so happy. After the show, we took a lot of pictures. I talked to the designer for a short while. She was really busy, so she didn't really have a lot of time, but it was just cool. We took a picture with her as well. I met some really cool people. I also kind of like the vibe of a small show because I feel like it's more intimate. And the big show, it's like all the celebrities come and there's so many photographers, so many people who want to get street style photographed. It can be quite overwhelming, especially at the Gucci show where I was. I felt a bit overwhelmed by I mean, it's also good to be because the chance of being photographed is higher because there are more photographers around, but at the same time, I think smaller shows are also really good because you can get closer to people, and in my opinion. The other lesson is really dress to impress. Like, wear your coolest outfits, wear unique outfits, try to think of cool combinations. I prepared my outfits like in advance, a week in advance or so before going to Fashion Week. Try to wear an outfit that fits the brand that you're going to, even though if you're not invited, you just want to get street style photographed. Try to wear something that fits to the brand because that's a higher chance of getting photographed. At Gucci, for example, I didn't, because I didn't know that I would go to Gucci. Like, I went to a lot of shows randomly, depending also on what fits in the schedule at this time. I didn't really fit to the brand at that day with my colorful green blue outfit, but I found some really cool girls who also wore like colorful outfits, so I made pictures with them, exchanged information, so it wasn't a bad idea or so. But I think it's really good if you wear something that fits to the brand. Like, for example, the outfit I wear to the presentation, that leopard dress, burgundy blazer, huge belt, that outfit would have fit way better to Gucci, but sometimes you can't manage everything. There's so much going on. I try to fit in a lot and sometimes it's just not possible. Like, we have to also be a bit realistic. Another thing why you should just go to Fashion Week is, if you're in this business, representation matters. That's the main reason I went there, not just to get the experience. That's also what I saw in Milan. There are not a lot of creators that are people of color or black at all. Like, there are more models now that are black, but people who sit on 1st row at these huge shows, there's maybe 1 or 2, and most of the time those are celebrities. So it's really important to see more diversity at these shows, and especially as a black woman or a woman of color, it's so important if you're a creator to show up, because I saw maybe in all those shows, I saw always like a couple, not even a handful maybe. Often I was the only one. And imagine that, like, maybe there's 1 or 2 other ones, but it's so rare. And this is one of the biggest fashion weeks ever. Like, Milan is one of the biggest fashion weeks, with Paris, of course. And I think it's not just about Milan, it's about all those fashion weeks. Paris, Copenhagen, New York, all the big fashion weeks need representation, and I felt like I feel awkward to be the only one there, but I feel like it matters. It matters that I'm there, and it's not like I'm the greatest or anything, but it means something to show up, to show you that you belong as well, to talk to people as if you belong there, to connect to other bloggers or to other people of color over there who also feel maybe like they're the only ones, to connect with designers of people of color as well, because they're also kind of lonely in this industry, to promote those brands. And that's why I was just so excited also that I went to the Black Fashion Awards, and I was so inspired by this whole event. Like, there were all people of color there, designers. They showed like a lot of up-and-coming designers, like a mini show of their collections. A lot of people of color who got an award for what they do for the community. It was just a super inspiring event, and I also got to meet Bruce Glenn, the colorful designer twins. I always see them on YouTube watching all the fashion girls, but I never thought that I will meet them in real life. And I saw that they had a presentation, but it was a day before I came to Milan, so I missed that. I would have loved to go there, but I met them at the awards, and it was so awkward for me to just go up to them, but I just thought this is my chance to just say hi to them and tell them that I'm really into their designs. I just went up to them, told them that I love what they do. I missed the presentation, but I'm so happy like to meet them, and I took a picture with them. I think they were a bit overwhelmed because I didn't expect a random person to come up to them, but I just thought I have to get this opportunity. That's something I learned, definitely, to just go up to people, not be scared. And also, you'll be running around a lot and not eating a lot on Fashion Week. That's what you always hear, but it's really true, especially if you don't have a car or a taxi that brings you to the shows. You have to always switch locations pretty quickly because there's one show after the other, and depending on where you want to go to, I always went to like 2 shows, sometimes 3 shows a day, to get street style photographed and just to see how it is. It can be quite stressful, especially if you switch outfits. I didn't do that. I wear the same outfit all day long because that would have never worked out. But you will be running around a lot and you won't have time to eat. Often we just ate breakfast and then dinner really late. But you kind of get used to it, and it's just like for a short amount of time, so it's okay, I think. But just be ready for that. Also have snacks on hand if you can. And some things that you should definitely bring if you go is a steamer. It's like the #1 thing you need. I have this steamer by Russell Hobbs. It's quite big, so I don't know if this is the best travel steamer, but it's not so heavy, so I like it, and I can also literally steam anything with this. It's pretty powerful. So this is how it looks like. You can even iron with it. This is like an extra attachment. This is how it looks like. And it's really powerful. And you will need a steamer. It doesn't have to be this big. You can also have like a small travel steamer. I don't know how well that works. You need it because when you have your stuff in your suitcase, literally it will get wrinkled as hell, and this will save you because you will get photographed and you don't want to have wrinkly clothes on. So this is the #1 thing you need. Another thing that you should bring is a lot of hair accessories, because I feel like the first days I didn't do too much with my hair. I just kept it open, but I feel like it can downgrade your outfit a bit if it doesn't fit the vibe. I think if you make something cool with your hair, the whole outfit comes out more unique and cool. So bring a lot of hair accessories. Best if you try out before coming what kind of hairstyles you can do. Of course, your makeup you bring as well. And the most important thing, your sunglasses. Like bring a couple of sunglasses, not just 1 pair. But I brought like, I don't know, 5 or so you can switch it out and you can fit it to your outfit that day. I think this just makes the whole Fashion Week look even more interesting. Also bring extra outfits because you never know where you'll get invited to, maybe a party or whatever, and you want to have like something extra to wear. You never know what can happen. So I packed some extra things, even though I didn't wear it. I wanted to wear a colorful dress to the awards, but that was literally so spontaneous that I got invited there. It was not possible or not planned. So I just went there with my outfit I wore all day long. And honestly, the best advice I could give you is to just have fun. I think the fashion industry can seem so serious sometimes, so stuck up sometimes, and like this is such a big deal. And I get it in a way, of course it is, but it's not heart surgery. Like let's have fun with this. Of course it's a business, but I want to see more fun, and I think it's missing a bit, and also it's missing a lot of color. That's why I felt like it's also important for me to just go and show that fashion doesn't have to be gray and black and brown and gray and gray and gray and gray. It's like, I don't know why, but it seems like they see it as more chic or more put together. But I mean, we all see that on Instagram and everywhere as well. Color is seen as something lesser of. And I can do a whole other video on that. Maybe I'll do that in the future, but I think that's why it's so important to also show up in color, to show that this is also fashion and this is also high fashion and not just black and gray and gray and gray. That's why just have fun. Try to get, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to talk with everyone, literally just try to find a couple of people. For example, I saw these girls wearing colorful outfits, I thought it fit, so I talked to them or they talked to me, get connected, have a conversation. It's really interesting to meet different people. Like often they're designers themselves, like up and coming, or they are stylists, or they work for a magazine, photographers. And I think for me it was just important. I think that's maybe for you too, if you're in this industry or a creator or so, and it can be super isolating. Like often I just film my videos, do my content, but it's kind of lonely. It can be lonely, especially if you don't have a lot of friends or people in your life who also do this. And I feel like Fashion Week is just a perfect opportunity. Everyone is kind of in one city, so you can meet a lot of different people who kind of do the same thing or in this industry. So it really motivates me as well to keep going and to know that this is the right path. So that was it. I hope this video isn't too long. I hope you liked it and you could get some inspiration, some insight of a first time Fashion Week goer, how it is in real life, some tips that you can take with you for your own journey. Maybe we'll meet each other somewhere at some Fashion Week. I'm really interested to go to another Fashion Week, maybe in New York or Paris, because I'm sure different cities give different vibes and also different experiences. So we'll see where I go next. I'm definitely will in the future. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and comment down below if you have any other questions or any other tips for anyone out there. And I will see you in my next one. Bye!